Hey guys, and welcome to the video. I'm here today, just a quick public service announcement type deal regarding some news on a possible PS4 7.02 Webkit that would allow us to take our modded PS4s up to 7.02. Now, as you may know, we already have 7.02 Kexploit, but we don't have the second part that we need in order to make the hack work, which is the 7.02 Webkit. Now, nothing much has been happening on that 7.02 Webkit scene until now. All right, guys, so here at talosintelligence.com, it seems to be where they found the vulnerability, and it's been posted here as well. Now, for us, the end user, there's a lot of information here. The one thing we need to focus on, because it may determine whether this works or not, is this line here in the details. It states WebCore is the DOM rendering system for WebKit utilized in the Safari web browser. And again, there's a lot of information here, and you can see the vulnerability that they found, and all the information has been completely posted on here, so it is public. We need to see what the developers can now do with this. But one of those developers, Zor, who is one of the major contributors to the PS4 scene, stated that this WebKit bug may or may not work for the PS4 7.02, but it's definitely a lot more recent and compatible with PS4 than others, not being JIT but DOM. So in the area here where I highlighted that information in the details, you can see it says WebCore is the DOM rendering system. So apparently, if this was JIT instead of DOM, it would be probably better suited to work with PS4 7.02. And because of that, now it's possible, but not a guarantee that it will work because it is DOM and not JIT. Okay, so if this works, and it's a big if, guys, don't go, jumping the shark here. If this does work, what does 7.02 bring to the table? How much closer do we get to it being quote unquote current? We know 7.55 is current as of right now, as of the making of this video. 7.02 came out around the middle of December 2019, and it was current all the way until April 16th, 2020. On April 17th is when 750 came out. Now, I've told you this in previous videos that whenever a new game comes out, and this does not include DLC and updates, just the base game, whenever a new game comes out, the minimum firmware required for that game always goes back at least 2 months, if not more. And this is not just for the PS4, this is pretty much for every system, and it's been this way for years and years and years. Anyway, this would mean that any game that came out in the middle of June of this year and back would work on 7.02. This also means that any DLCs, any updates for any games that came out between January until around the middle of June would also work on 7.02. And there's a possibility that those things would work even if they came out around the end of June, even in July. It's just the probability starts to go down the further away you go from the middle of June. So I'm going to put a link in the description. I did a video that covers all of this with percentages and all that stuff for those of you who haven't seen it. But in a nutshell, what 7.02 will do, it will make any games that were released or DLC or updates from January of this year all the way until the middle of June of this year playable and would be able to work with 7.02. All right, guys, so that is pretty much going to do it. We know that this is something now that is being worked on. Let's see what happens with it. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on it, and whatever happens, I will go ahead and let you guys know as soon as we get some more information and hopefully some good news, and then we can all update, which it should be fairly easy since we already have the Kexploit. But again, let's not put the carriage ahead of the horse here. Let's just sit back and wait and see if they can make this work. You know, I appreciate you guys watching, and if you found anything here informative, useful, helpful in any way, or you just want to throw some love or appreciation towards the channel, as always, the best way to do that is just to hit the like button, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Much love going out to everyone out there. Be careful, be safe, but have fun, and we will see you on the next one.